I've suffered with depression for about 5 or 6 years now.
Did social media cause you to get depressed?
I think it definitely was a bit of a catalyst. You see 10 great comments and you ignore them, but one negative comment and it just like throws you off.
Well, depression is always kind of thought of as tears and feeling sad and things like that, but depression itself can come out as anger, it can come out as self-harm, it can come out as becomes reclusive, doesn't talk to a lot of people. Depression can come out in things like eating disorders, it can come out in overdoing things because you're trying to gain control. Sometimes social media can be a great platform. Then one minute you can look at social media and it is people being so upset at each other about their political views, or because they're over here making fun of somebody because of the way they did something at school. You know that old saying, doing the same thing over and over and not getting a change is like a sense of insanity? You gotta think of social media that way, is that if I'm continually doing the same thing over and over and I don't feel any better, is that really working for me? You know, before the pandemic, we all had this resource of social media where we could meet people, we could find pictures of people who, let's say, do really great makeup, and we could be looking on Instagram and find all those people and find a community of people who like to do those things. When it kind of became the pandemic, then we were stuck inside of our four walls. And then it's kind of like it became our world at that point. And when a screen becomes your world, that's where you kind of lose yourself. And depression, if you were already slightly prone to it beforehand, now you've stuck yourself inside of four walls and four sides of a screen. When you do that, that's like being in a cage. You've caged yourself into only what's going on in that screen in front of you. So you lose track of yourself. Unfortunately, in some ways, we can't help it. We're stuck like this for right now. But the true sense of knowing who you are means for you to step out, put that screen down and go, hey look, I'm not feeling so swift today. Saying that one little thing could actually be better than just sitting there and typing things out to people that you can't see. Because what are those people behind that screen saying back to you? You can't read their face. You don't know that they're actually your supporter. That's what we lose track of. Don't let that social media be your only outlet. So what should you do if you are not feeling right? Well, not feeling right is kind of step one. If you choose to just not talk about it, okay, the first time is, okay, I get it. But when it starts affecting you being able to do the things you like, that's your first sign something's not right. Why? You've lost interest. There's always an out. And sometimes one little word to somebody, like my friends did to me, "Oh, Carrie, you're not gonna do roller derby." I did. And truly, those 3 years, I became a leader on that team. I was actually the captain by the time I left. If one small thing that I said today about depression and social media, if you take away one small thing of that, please do an honor for me and for yourself by doing the same thing for someone else. If you lead life by saying that, we can help people deal with depression, especially in the middle of a pandemic.
During the pandemic, it was hard because you're kind of alone, not really alone, but you're allowing yourself to think, and you're allowing yourself to get kind of invested in your emotions. What I found that helped me was making a list of what made me happy. Whether it be playing golf, whether it be playing with Spencer, whether it be just hanging out with family. I put a list together, and this is what are the things that made me happy. And I try to do those things once a day, whatever it might be, but putting a list together of what makes you happy would greatly go into helping with struggling with depression.
That's the payoff that I would like, is for people to not feel so alone and feel encouraged to talk to someone about it.
Think about how many girls, 8th or 9th grade, parents go in their room and find that they've hung themselves in their closet because they've been bullied on social media.
Yeah.
And think about how many girls won't do that because of what you've said.
That would be nice.
Good morning, Spartans. I have 3 things for you. So, senior portraits, the last day is today. If you have not taken your senior portraits, as soon as it's over, go ahead to the library and get that taken care of. Your senior portrait is not something you want to miss. You're going to upset mamas and grandmas and papas and boyfriends and girlfriends, so take care of that. Tomorrow is the last day for the grading period. Make sure that your progress reports are coming out in a good fashion. Make sure that if you are part of extracurricular or UIL activities, that your grades are where they're supposed to be at. Last but definitely not least, we play Side Creek tomorrow here at Tully. Those boys are still trying hard for a playoff push, and it's still something they can't attain, so show up, be loud, be proud, support the football team, the student athletic trainers, Sparneers, band, color guard, cheerleaders, everybody who shows up. Thank you.
Like the people I care about, and not even the people I know personally, but people just, I don't care if I don't know them personally. I don't care if I don't even know they exist. There's people out there in the world that are scared.
That's not okay. Like, you know, people have different mental health issues. People have different, you know, like just fears. And it's completely okay for us to feel this way, especially after these 4 years that we've been through. So just be respectful of both sides. Even if you don't agree with somebody, be respectful.